Hello students, in the last video we discussed about the classification of crystalline solids. We have seen that there are four types of crystalline solids, namely ionic solids, covalent solids, metallic solids and molecular solids. Like this there are four types of the crystalline solids are there. Now, today we are going to start with the new topic unit cells and two and three dimensional lattices. So, let us see about the unit cells and space lattices. Crystal structures can be best described in terms of space lattices and unit cells. It means if you want to describe the crystal structure, we have to describe in terms of the space lattices and unit cells. Let us see space lattices means what? A regular arrangement of constituent particles of crystals in three-dimensional space. It means if we take either atom or we can say molecule or ion, and if there is a regular arrangement of this particle in the we can say three-dimensional space is there, then that structure is called as crystal lattice or space lattice. And unit cell means the smallest unit, that is smallest part of that we can say three-dimensional structure. Means whatever the we can say crystal lattice is there, the smallest unit part of that crystal lattice, where we can say that if it is repeated over and again in three-dimensional in different directions, we can say it produces the complete the space lattice or crystal lattice. So smallest part of that we can say that the crystal lattice or space lattice, which after repetition over and again it forms the complete crystal lattice. Then smallest that part is called as a unit cell. In the figure, a complete crystal lattice or space lattice is shown. You can see that the smallest part of that crystal lattice is called unit cell. This unit cells, after repetition in the three-dimensional direction or we can say in different direction, then it form the crystal lattice. So now we'll study about the parameters of we can say unit cell. So about the parameters of this unit cell, one simple unit cell is shown on the screen. You can see the edges of the unit cells are denoted by small letter A, B and C. So small a, small b, small c are the edges or we can say sides of the unit cell. Also, their angles between these edges are mentioned with alpha, beta and gamma. Angle alpha means we can say that the angle which is formed between the side B and side C. When you say angle beta, then the angle which is formed between the edges side A and side C. When we say about the gamma, then this angle is formed between the side A and side B. So when we say angle alpha, it is B and C, side B and C. When we say beta, it is A and C. When we say gamma, it is A and B. Now let us see the types of unit cells. Basically, unit cells are of two types. One that is the primitive unit cells and second non-primitive unit cells. Primitive unit cells, in that the particles are present only at the corners of unit cells. You have seen in the last we can say that the figure that the parameters of unit cell is shown, or before that we have seen one complete the crystal lattice one. The smallest part of the crystal lattice is called unit cell. So this unit cell is there. There are two types, basically two types, primitive and non-primitive. In primitive, the particles, maybe atom, ion or molecules, they are present only at the corners of unit cell. And in non-primitive, the not only at the corner, but also we can say that the some other position also, that there are the particle is present. So in case of the non-primitive one, the constituent particles are present at the corner as well as the at some other position in the unit cell, that are the non-primitive unit cell. These non-primitive unit cells are there, further classified into, we can say, the three types, that are, we can say, body centered unit cell, then face centered unit cell, and end centered unit cell. So we can say that the non-primitive unit cells are there, again further classified into three: body centered unit cell, face centered unit cell, and end centered unit cell. Now when we say about the body centered unit cell, the particles are there, particle is there, not only we can say at the corner but also at the center of the unit cell. When we say about the face center, that time the particles are present at the corner as well as at the each face of that unit cell. And when we say that is the end center of the unit cell, where we can say that the particles are present at the corner as well as at the centers of two opposite faces. Such we can say that the that structures are there, that is the of the, we can say, end center unit cell. So we have seen that now the this unit cells are there when we can say that the repeated over and again, then in three dimensional space, then it forms a, we can say that the crystal lattice one. So there are seven types of crystal systems. The constituent particles of the crystals can be arranged in seven different ways, changing the edges and the angles. Means when these edges sides are changed, small a, small b, small c, or these angles alpha, beta or gamma, when it is changed one, then we can get the seven types of the, we can say, crystal system, that are cubic system, then tetragonal system, orthorhombic system, rhombohedral system, monoclinic system, hexagonal system, and triclinic system. Like this, there are the seven types of the crystal systems are present. Let us see one by one, that is the seven types of the crystal system. First is of the cubic system. In the cubic system, the unit cell has a cubic structure. You can see in the figure, first figure, there is a one cube is shown, where small a, small b, small c, all these three sides are equal in length. Also alpha, beta, gamma, these are for, also we can say, each angle is 90 degree. So the first figure is there where A, B, C, all these three lengths are equal, and alpha, beta, gamma, all these three angles are, each angle is 90 degree. So it is called as a, we can say, cubic system. And this cubic system, it is, we can say, shown by the compounds like NaCl, KCl, diamond. Okay, that is the, we can say, cubic system. Then next is there, that is the tetragonal system. In this system you can see that the A and B are equal, but C is not equal. C is little longer than A and B. So maybe if A, B both are equal, but they are not equal to C, we can say. So in previous, we can say, cubic system, A equal to B equal to C. In this case, A equal to B but not equal to C. And angles are there, alpha, beta, gamma, that angles each 90 degree. And this, we can say that the tetragonal system, it is shown by compounds, that is TiO2, titanium oxide, and stannous oxide, SnO2. Now the third cubic crystal system is the orthorhombic system. In this orthorhombic system, the side A, side B and side C, all these three sides are different in length. So this is the orthorhombic one where A, B and C, the three sides are there, they are of different length. Even now angle is there, angle alpha, beta, gamma, each angle alpha, that is beta and gamma, each angle is of measure 90 degree. And such we can say orthorhombic system are shown by the compounds like KNO3, BaSO4, rhombic sulfur, etc. Now the fourth type of the we can say that the crystal system, it is the rhombohedral system. In this system one, the sides A, B and C, all these three sides are equal, but angle alpha, beta and gamma, in these three angles alpha, beta are same but gamma is not same. So in case of rhombohedral, you can see in the diagram one, first diagram, there we can say that the alpha and beta, these two angles are equal but gamma is not equal, it is not equal to 90 degree. So alpha beta may be, now here we can say 90 but the gamma is not 90. So such figure is there, that is rhombohedral, and it is shown by the compounds like calcite, that is called calcium carbonate, CaCO3, quartz, it is a type of the we can say sand, and cinnabar, that is the HGS, mercurous sulfide, NaNO3, that is sodium nitrite, and ferrous carbonate, FeCO3. Such compounds are shown. Such compounds we can say have the rhombohedral system. Then afterwards there is a fifth we can say cubic system is shown, that is crystal system is shown, sorry. It is a monoclinic system where this all these three sides A, B and C, all these three sides are different, they are not equal one, the sides are different, but alpha and gamma, these two angles are 90 degree, each 90 degree, but the beta angle is not 90 degree. Such we can say that the crystal system, it is the monoclinic system. And examples of these monoclinic systems are monoclinic sulfur, then sodium sulfate, that is Na2SO4, 10H2O, that is a we can say crystalline sodium sulfate. Now the sixth type of crystal system, it is a triclinic system. In this system, the again A, B and C, these three sides are not equal like a previous case, and here the alpha, beta, gamma, all these three angles are of not 90 degree, they are of different measures. So it like in the rhombus, in the rhombohedral you have seen that A, B, C equal, alpha, beta both are we can say 90 but gamma is not 90. Here in this case we can say that the alpha, beta, gamma, they are of not 90 degree, that is called as a we can say triclinic. It is shown in the up, that figure you can see about the triclinic one. And seventh system is there, that is a hexagonal system. You can see that the hexagon system is shown on the screen, where this A and B are equal but not equal to C, and the angle is there alpha and beta, each measures 90 degree, while the gamma is there, angle gamma is of 120 degree. So this hexagonal system, it is shown by compounds the graphite, zinc oxide, then cadmium sulfide, then beryllium oxide, and cobalt sulfide and stannous sulfide. So you can see the video again and write the homework which is given on in the video. So homework is displayed on the screen. Just you have to define what is unit cell, what is crystal lattice, what are the types of the unit cells that we have seen, primitive and non-primitive, and again you have to explain the this 7 crystal system. Means while writing you have to write all that A equal to B equal to C is there or not, alpha, beta, gamma, all these angles are equal there or not, that you have to write in the last and the answer of the last question. So go through the video again and write the answers of the given questions. Okay, thank you.